Hey, this is Royce, and I just want to thank you so much for checking out this video. Let's get right into the deck. Today we'll be playing a Spooky Karma build, courtesy of All-Time 13, and I also want to give special thanks to AlanZQ for playing this deck. I saw it on his YouTube channel, and he shouted out All-Time 13, so again, thanks to both of them for the list. This is not my own original creation today. So if you're not familiar with this archetype, the idea of Spooky Karma is to pair Karma here with Shadow Isles, Spooky. And the effect is being able to double something like Withering Wail, being able to double Vile Feast, being able to double Go Hard, and it just offers a lot of additional healing, a lot of additional removal, and it's a great way to help stabilize in the late game. I wasn't totally convinced by the doubling of these cards. I was like, alright, well, Withering Wail, yeah, the 2 damage is nice, but who cares? It's 6 healing, but actually healing in this game is quite valuable just because there's not much of it. So the amount of healing that we do get is pretty impactful, and it's not often played around, or players aren't used to having to play around with it with their decks. So let me get a little bit more into the deck, because I would say that although this deck is called Spooky Karma, at least by some, it's more so based around Kindred. Now, Kindred for a while was seen as a bit of a meme champion. They were a 5-drop with 4/4 stats, but since being, in most players' opinions, buffed to a 4-mana 4/3, they have been showing up in a lot of decks recently, and this is no exception. So the whole idea of Kindred is to basically pair Kindred with Slay triggers, things like Vile Feast, things like Go Hard, things like even Vengeance later in the game to basically get double slays. So this is just a great value engine where you are going to be picking off threats on the opponent's board, and sometimes the weakest unit on the opponent's board is not necessarily the worst one. Sometimes this will be taking out something like a Braum, a Maokai, perhaps like a Monkey Idol, something that you really want off the board, but it just has low power. My game plan when I was playing this deck today was to try to pair Kindred with some kind of cheap removal and some kind of protection. You want to be aiming to drop your Kindred not necessarily immediately on 4, just playing a tempo Kindred on 4 when you don't really have any other cards to guarantee a slay can be pretty risky, especially if you're against certain regions. If you don't have Nopify, they can have Get Excited. Against Shadow Isles, they can have the Box. Some Shadow Isles decks will still play Grasp, but the Box is a bigger concern. Against Jace decks, there's Shock Blast. Basically, a lot of things hit that 6 damage slot. That 3 damage slot. So you just need some sort of protection for the Kindred. Other than that, yeah, this just functions as a very, very, in my opinion, greedy control deck. We're playing a lot of removals, we're playing Kindred, we're playing a lot of protection, we're playing a good amount of stall as well. We're playing 3 Palm. We're also running a playset here of both Fading Icon and Minion, and I really can't overstate how good Minion is in this deck, especially since we're on a low unit count. Being able to play the same Minion over and over and over and just use that to even further outgrind the opponent is great. If this feels pretty clunky to you, you could definitely go down to 2, but in my fairly small sample size of games, I never really drew more than like 2 copies of Minion, and even when I had 2 copies, I found that it was pretty useful. Since we're stalling a lot, we're basically kind of losing card advantage, or I guess technically Concussive Palm is a 1-for-1, but generally we're just like throwing all of our cards at, if we haven't found the Kindred combo, just kind of staying alive. So it's nice to have this repeatable unit that you can just block with and replay and block with it again over and over. And Fading Icon just generates you some blockers. Let's say you're against Ahri Kennen, and you're worried about pinging one of their units, like pinging their Droplet or pinging their Kennen, because you're like, well, they just have a Recall or a Nopify or something. They're going to have something. Well, against Twin Disciplines and against Recall, you can still actually ping your own units. You can do so with Vile Feast and with Go Hard, and then they have much less that they can do to stop you. So sometimes, actually, this Prey will come in handy, so you can just be like, I'll ping my 0/1, and there are just much fewer things they can do about that. They'll actually have to cast like a Mystic Shot at your 0/1 or something like that, and then that feels like you're already kind of winning because they're spending resources to kill a 0/1 to deny a card and a Kindred trigger. So for Karma, she comes down late game. Like I said, the Karma Withering Wail combo is excellent. Karma Deep Med also gives you a lot of refill. I don't think that Karma Glimpse Beyond really works because the second one won't have a target, but really Karma is in here to double up on Go Hards. So if you haven't played any Go Hards at all throughout the game, and then you drop Karma and play 2 Go Hards, congratulations, with Karma plus 2 mana you have successfully casted a Pack Your Bags. And it really is that easy, and she's casting extra Go Hards, she's shuffling more copies of this into the deck, so if you're able to drop Karma and cast a couple of these, the opponent is in for a world of hurt, and now your deck is kind of full of these cards, and it gets really, really difficult for them. Actually, doubling up on Deny and Notify can actually be relevant as well, because all of a sudden, if they're trying to reply with their own Deny or Notify, well, you have 2 of them on the stack that they have to reply to. So if they cast like Kennen's Lightning Rush, you Notify, you have 2 Notifies targeting that Lightning Rush. That they now need to double Notify for 4 mana and spending 2 cards to stop that from happening. Well, I think that covers the deck today. Thank you so much for watching. I've already played the games today, so I know that they're going to be a lot of fun. We did a bit of climbing, so I hope you enjoy the clips, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later. It's hard to figure out, like, when you've just managed to rush them down and you can have elusive damage, something like that, so we'll figure it out, you know. Alright, so we're up against Zoe Aesol. So, oh, it's also Targon's Peak, I believe. Targon's Peak, okay. What do we want to do against Targon's Peak? Well, we want, like, Vile Feast for the Zoe, right? So we'll keep that. We'll take some card draw, especially since we're attacking on odds. Not too sure what we're looking for here, because they're going to ramp up quickly. We definitely want Kindred. I think we always want Kindred. Messenger's Sigil. Oh, okay. This might not be Targon's Peak then. This is the Doggo deck. So they're trying to buff all their Celestials. Okay, let's wait until combat so they can't play another one. And we do this ahead of time, even though we don't miss any heal, they don't get their star chart. Okay, we've got the Kindred. I'm okay if they want to avalanche this. Interesting. Okay, they're not in Demacia, so no Sharp Sight. Skip. I'm going to wait to play this Kindred until I have something good to pair with it. What am I doing? I don't just send Minion into this White Flame. Sending anything into that White Flame I think is a bad idea. We could pre-commit a Fading Icon. They would have a good Avalanche. I don't have much to do this round. I might end up playing the Kindred after combat, which feels bad, but alternatively I could just play Fading Icon and burn 3 mana. Okay. So they're just using that for the target, plus to nullify this damage. That's fine. Paragon Freljord. Well, okay, so going into next round, we're going to have 6 plus 3 is 9 mana, so we have enough mana to Twin Disciplines and Vengeance. So I think I'll Kindred now. Okay. They burn a little more mana than me, that's nice.
I bear a message from... Oh, hey, what's that?
Zoe, okay. I can just wait until combat to do that. Thinking about using Withering Well. Okay, and I've still got this Twin for the Kindred. Ooh. Should have set up a shadow blocker. That's on me. I would have still had a Slay then. Wasn't thinking about Iceborne Legacy. Wow. I guess they would usually cast that on a doggo, huh? Okay, I guess let's spend this mana. They don't really want to block with that Zoe. Alright, so misplay so far. This game not shadow blocking the, or not setting up a blocker in front of the Zoe while we were casting Whale. Good to know. So here I could strike with Kindred. This might be the point where I do it. If they just have a freeze. Okay, let's say they troll chant. This goes down to 2. This goes up to 5. Sorry, this goes up to 7. I would have to stun. Or vengeance. I've already seen one troll chant. I don't know about this swing though. Okay, it just goes through. Nice. What's their Zoe at? Still pretty low. I can probably wait to vengeance. Do I? What if we start going for go hard at this point? We're pretty close to being able to double it. Our board is full. Potentially I was supposed to go hard here to kill a blue sentinel. Man, this deck is tough. How do I feel about that? Is there anything I want to keep alive? I think I'm good. That's pretty pricey. My board was full anyway. I have a good blocker for this now. I can vengeance Zoe. Kind of pricey, but he starts accelerating faster the deeper, like the further you go in the game. Okay, Kindred mark number 1.
It knows.
Moonglow. Okay. So that means they have a block against this Kindred. This isn't a skill, so Spell Shield doesn't protect the White Flame. Okay. Do I glimpse here? These regions have a hard time punishing it. They're going to want to kill the Kindred here after this. Hopefully I draw into a deny. No deny. I'm not sure how exactly they would kill it, but maybe they can. Okay, so that won't get Elusive in a second. Okay. Let's just get another go hard for the Karma, I think. So if I were to kill this somehow, this would get marked and then die. And then this would get buffed at the end of the round, because what happens is when so Kindred's unleveled form can mark something, and then Kindred can level, and then you can mark something again on the same round.
I know.
Alright, let's just play a fading icon. Okay.
He is for the other.
There's that minion back.
One to remember.
That's right, I used, what's it called? Glimpse on it. So here I have the Karma Gohards. I have 2 of it. Gonna deal a lot of damage. It's going to heal me a good amount.
See the heavens aflame, gods burning in starfire.
Okay.
Heart and mind as one.
So I think I'll start by perhaps casting Go Hard here. Nice. So it's possible that I should have been swinging
With grace and precision.
into that white flame the previous round. I could have pushed like 5 damage with a scattered pod that way. Alright, so we're against Draven Rumble. I think I understand this deck pretty well. They run a big discard package. They run Flame Chompers. They sometimes run, is it Reborn Grenadier, I think? I don't think I keep Pod. I think I'm looking for Fading Icon. I'm looking for Kindred. Looking for Palm, perhaps? Nah. Opify is good against Get Excited, but I think I want that later. It's too dangerous to keep any of those individually, I think. Shadow Assassin is just a nice vanilla 3-drop. And we've got the Vile Feast. Okay. Ooh, they're just cutting a Poro. Interesting. Alright. Are we going to be able to hold Vile Feast for Kindred? Hopefully. If we can play this minion, then maybe? I'd like to find, what's that? Okay. They lose both Poros. Very interesting. I'd like to find like a Twin or a Nopify to keep the Kindred healthy. Okay, they push 3. We're still pretty healthy. We can replay this minion if we want, or we can draw. We do kind of want card draw, right? And they just discarded their elusives.
Silent as death.
There's the Nopify. So I think next round is probably like minion, and then round 5 is probably like Kindred. I'll have enough mana to do Kindred and Nopify and Vile Feast, I believe.
Play my part.
Round 5. See, here I'm going to have 5 mana. I'm going to spend 2, so I'll bank my full 3, and then I'll have enough to do everything. I'll just let this Draven through, I think. And we've got that we've got the Vile Feast target on the 1-drop. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pre-develop a minion. All it would have done is basically, it would have been 2 mana to save 3 health. Alright. Alright. Kindred.
Never once.
Vile Feast is probably going to hit one of these ballistic bots. Or sorry, Kindred's ability, rather. Kindred can also swing. I don't see a major problem with that. I don't know if this deck really plays... I don't know if this deck really plays survival skills. I might not play around that. Okay. So we get to save our Vile Feast. Nope. Alright, that was the plan. They're going to play out these Poros. I have a Vile Feast for it. I don't have additional Kindred protection right now, unfortunately.
Working as intended.
Currently that doesn't have Overwhelm. They could get Might, though. Could do this. Have a blocker here. They still have Get Excited mana, unfortunately. Might would be pretty good here. Okay, do we see the Kindred level? Let's go for it.
They will.
Alright, no Overwhelm, no Elusive. Nice! That's how we do it. That shows how this deck can stabilize against an aggro deck. Alright, Ahri Kennen, let's go. Up against a Plat 2. So we like Go Hard, we like Vile Feast. Fading Icon doesn't do a lot. We keep Nopify. It's good against Recall, I guess. But we kind of want something to pair with it. I'll keep a Nopify. It's just so efficient that I want it with a lot of hand combinations. Ooh. Cool. So I potentially have... I want to find the Kindred first. Alright, yeah, let's just insta-kill that. Nice. And we're against the Go Hard version as well.
Wild hearts
There's the Ahri.
run free.
So I have Vile Feast Nopify here. They would need double recall or twin. Nice. Alright, that's fine. So they've played just one Go Hard so far, right? Maybe I should have Nopified that. Now they still shuffle more. I didn't really need that spider. This Nopify is too valuable. Pass. I'll burn some mana. That's fine.
Time for a leap of faith.
Can I easily activate Deep Med? Not really. Then do I just cast it? I think there'll be a chance later. I'm fine with them bouncing their Conspirator with Ahri if they want to. Yeah, that feels really bad for them. It's pretty awkward. Do we just cast this now? I guess. Let's thin our deck. Okay. So we've got 2 droplets down. Still all of the Ahris and all of the Kennens are around. And Ahri is chugging along. There's a Vengeance. Pass.
Balance in all
Kennen.
things.
Pass.
Ooh.
Might as well swing in with this now, before they double mark it.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
Can just whale next round. I don't think we really need all of our mana for anything. Maybe they'll play another 1-drop. We could also ruminate. We haven't seen it deny yet, though. Do we mill? Forgot about the minion. No? Okay.
2 steps into moonlight.
Walk softly, strike quickly.
The silent death.
Okay. We'll notify their recall. Alright, 1 Kennen down. So 2 droplets, 1 Kennen down. Cool. We play this minion. Potentially go hard here. Okay, there's their own go hard number 2, I think. Okay, they're playing a pricier list. Pretty good for them. Kind of awkward. Our life total is getting iffy. Swing. Okay. So this might be
Balance in all things.
Ruination into Fading Icon. Okay. 2 Kennens down, 1 Ahri down, 2 droplets down.
The forest and I are one.
Second Ahri. We've got a Palm and a Vengeance. We just play this so we don't take 2. Go hard number 3, okay. Very close. They forgot to use that. There's our second go hard.
Time for a leap of faith.
I go where the winds blow. For now.
So we could go hard, Withering Wail, go hard. No, we already kind of want to palm that, right? Go hard here. They didn't have deny before, so probably no deny for this whale. Palm. Okay. Which do they recall?
Quietly now.
Smart. Then I'll just go hard this one. Another palm, okay. That's my third go hard, right? Or is it just my second? Hopefully it's my third. Okay, so pod, no deep med. Okay, that's good. What is that hidden card there? There's the pack your bags. Pass. I don't want to play this Kindred into pack. Let's see them develop a unit. We know that... So there are 2 hidden cards here. Either of them could be a deny. I'm kind of expecting this, the first one though, which I think is... Alright, there's the pack. Okay. That's fine. Kindred. We'll play our own pack. Yeah, and we're good here because we have pack plus palm. I'm not actually doing anything with this Kindred, but that's fine. Deny. Alright, well they can only push none here. So this next pack will go off, even though that one was denied. Nice. Karma plus Withering Wail. Nice. Do we swing first?
I smell prey.
Eyes open. Watch the branches.
Okay. Minion. So we've seen one deny. Okay. That's their last Kennen and their last droplet. And I think it might be their last Ahri.
Peace begins within.
So I think we just win here.
To Ionia, whatever the cost.
The forest surrounds us. Rain and lightning.
The dragon lives.
So I think you have to pre-commit. Right? Because this doesn't have...
Be still.
Yeah, that won't work. Let's go here. Okay. No, that okay. This has to go over here. This goes here. This goes here and survives, right? This goes here. We're alive at 1. If we wail and get denied, we can just reply with Concussive Palm, so I think we're doing fine. And they can only deny 1. This breaks the chain.
Does it feel like?
A long hunt with no kill.
Alright, what could they play here? They could try to recall their Ahri, I guess. They could... They're not an Absolver, so they can't double Absolver here. They can only deny 1. I don't think there's any 1 card that they could have here. Yeah. GG. They would have needed, like they were alive? They would have needed to have top decked, like, Sign In, I think, to get some refill. Yeah, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! In paper, and all the official video games. And also I played Dueling Network when that was around, like the bootleg online version, and then I played Duel Links for a couple months. But I haven't tried the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that just came out. Alright, Taliyah Ziggs. Vile Feast is good against their Demolitionist, I think it's the 2-1, whatever that is. Otherwise, Glimpse is kind of dangerous because they're Bandle City. So I'll just mulligan that away for now. Of course, looking for Kindred. Shadow Assassin is always welcome. He played so much Dueling Network, yeah. Do you remember the ASS button? It might have been taken away by the time that you were playing, I don't know. It was the worst idea. it would basically like, it was a way to like report someone's account that would like instantly like shut it down or like prevent you from playing, or it would actually hurt your rank. I think if someone clicked the ASS button on you, and they would just like do it to be jerks. And it stood for anti-sportsmanship spirit, by the way, but it was just like, you're an ass. That was a joke. All right. I think we just, well, if they play Ziggs, that's fine. We can just swing with the Shadow Assassin. So we'll pre-commit this. I quit Yu-Gi-Oh! A long time ago, back when they really started to print out the vomit your whole deck archetypes. Yeah. Yeah, I quit. Well, it wasn't really like a conscious decision. I just didn't really have time to play, and I didn't have a very active local scene. But I played both of those. I stopped playing around probably like 2014, 2016, in that 2-year range. Okay. I think the prey is going to get vulnerable here. Is that what I want? What's my game plan here? Let me focus. I guess this. I don't really have much going on. I high-key thought wind-ups were lit. Was that pre or post, like, when there was a, like an OTK with them? I can't remember. What was that? Yeah, like since Master Duel came out, people are telling me OMG Max C is legal. Did they ban Max C at one point? I didn't know that. Yeah. I was like, Max C was the only thing that was like saving you from the toxicity. Oh my gosh. I guess it's like, oh no, there's a countermeasure to our card vomit. This might be a Karma turn. They probably don't want to block either of these, so it might also be a whale turn. Yeah, exactly. Like, Max C was the only thing that was holding back the horde, you know?
And I thought there was something good to see. Hey, wake up, you
That's fine. We've got Palm. We could whale right now. We don't really want to be blocking with our Karma, right? Let's just whale. It's pretty good. We're lowering the health on a few things and getting rid of some 2-1s. Can't be too greedy. Oh, there we go. That's fine. We've got 3 blockers for their 3 units. For their 3 non-fearsome units.
Yeah, why not? I am wearing my goggles.
It's too late for you.
Do I save the Shadow Assassin? I think I will. Okay, we're doing fine. But ironically, I'm just a degen aggro player in LOR. What are your favorite aggro decks? My favorite aggro deck is probably Draven Rumble. That one's really fun. If you want to call that aggro. It's kind of like aggro combo. Pass. Okay. So I'm going to take some damage here. There's Ziggs is leveled. Okay. I can't pod plus assassin anyway, so I'll just start with this. I'm not playing pod. I'll just start with this minion as a soft pass. Draven Rumble's fun, but too inconsistent for my liking. This season I just jammed a lot of Pirates. Oh, how is Pirates doing for you? I thought it was not doing too well anymore. That's interesting if it's still got some play.
They cannot hide.
I could attack here into this or into this, potentially, but I just want to hold this as a fearsome blocker for the 5-2. Are they actually passing? Nice. That's good for me. Spiders is really good this season too, but I personally like Pirates more. I think the matchup tables are more balanced. Are you referring to aggro spiders or spell shield? No spell shield. Are you referring to aggro pirates? Or sorry, aggro spiders or iceborne spiders? I always forget that this deck wins with the Arsenal. But that's like its win condition. Do that, maybe? I'm close to lethal. I'm 2 off. Okay. It could have also been a whale. Block here and whale. That was a consideration. Yeah, aggro spiders, Freljord Shadow Isle is gross. Very close to Karma. Let's see if we can get Karma down next round. Or at the end of this round. Do I want a pod? I've got my second Vengeance already. Pod can get me this. Okay, so I'm not able to play this and Vengeance on the same round. Like this and Go Hard and Vengeance on the same round because I'm at full spell mana right now. And I can't go up to 4. But it might not come down with Spell Shield. I guess we'll minion. I might want a Karma. Also, Zap tutoring out Fervor is lit. That's true. Pirates have some semblance of a mid-game at the very least, while Spiders really doesn't. True. Taliyah? Swing.
I will play my part.
I could consider swinging with a minion here. Let's see, do they play second Arsenal? Okay, that doesn't do much. I'm just going to pass until I play something else, I think. There we go.
Whatever you need, I got you covered.
Still no Spell Shield, right? Cool. Okay, next round we have Karma Double Whale. But yeah, I know people are like, aggro isn't that great, right? And whatnot. But I don't know, man. I still hit Masters, so maybe y'all are just doing it wrong. Hey, congratulations on hitting Masters. Good for you. That's always impressive. Okay, so, I don't know if I want to play Karma here. It's not doing much. What am I afraid of? Another Arsenal? Potentially. If I have something for that, I could draw Palm. I'm on 2 Palm. Fast Speed could also get me Vile Feast. Could go for Ruination, potentially. But I can't play it this round, right? I just gotta think about how I'm losing. I think I want to go for one of my Palms. In case of the third Arsenal. Alternatively, if I was going for that, I maybe should have just passed. Alright, so no Arsenal. Taliyah could come down. Against Taliyah, what do I do? I don't have a play against Taliyah. Pass. I'm showing a lot of elusive damage right now. Let me read this. You still hit Masters, yeah. I'm almost certain I've never in my life lost to any of the Taliyah landmark decks with aggro. And I don't even know why, because sometimes they can go nutty and have a wide board with the Grumpy Rock Bears and stuff. I guess their first couple turns are too slow. Yeah, I think it's just because landmark decks are inherently like kind of low tempo, right? Okay, so she can just get the kill on my pod, right? Or something else can grab the pod and she can get in for extra damage. I don't think that there's anything that costs 2 that I really want. Is that a skill? That is a skill. I could deny it. Pass. I just got a snap pass.
Some rocks just won't sit still.
Okay, oh, there are 3 of them. Okay. But I could still twin disciplines. Deal some damage to her. That's fine. Can I win on the open here? Not really. Right? If I whale here, I have 4. It's not enough. I guess I'll still just try to kill this while they're tapped out. Except for Shapestone. Yes, you can only deny 1. I just learned that. I forgot it was like 3 separate skills. Okay, we've got the Karma into the Gohard. We've also got double spell now. Maybe we should have played Karma. I don't know. I was just thinking about the Gohard and I forgot. We could get ahead by using Palm here. But what if they Arsenal with Lifesteal? Then I'm in trouble. What if we Karma double Palm? Yeah, I really should have played Karma before Deep Med there. That was a misplay. They could Rite of the Arcane. That'd be pretty good, because it would also stun a Shadow Assassin. If they Rite of the Arcane, though, I'll just deny, I guess. And swing in for... They block Karma. I swing in for 5, maybe? Maybe. No, I could Nopeify Rite of the Arcane, which would also let me, like, play a minion, I guess.
Hey, I am feeling great.
See... We put this on the stack. We're showing 8 damage. That seems pretty good. Oh no, we're not, because this is gonna generate a blocker. We're not showing any extra damage. Oh well, we're not swinging in with Karma at least, so I don't feel like scared to swing here.
Cannot hide.
Block there and there. I still have 5. Nice. It does suck that aggro has such a bad rep, you know, because I never win because of my skill. I won because of aggro. Yeah, that's a very common misconception. Aggro is actually a very difficult archetype to play in some cases. Hey everyone, it's Royce again, and I really want to thank you yet again for watching this video. I don't have a lot to say about this deck because, frankly, it worked perfectly for me. This deck feels very refined, very well tuned. You could, of course, play around with some ratios of things. You could play around with how many twin disciplines you're playing, the number of glimpse, perhaps dropping this ruination. Those ratios do come up sometimes just to sort of slightly alter the chances of drawing any particular card from something like Scattered Pod. But on the whole, I would say this deck is very well refined, and I don't have any major critiques or any major changes that I'm looking to make right now. All I really have to say is, at least to me, this deck was a lot of fun. This deck feels fun to me in a similar way to that Trundle Tryndamere Feel the Rush deck I played a couple weeks ago. The decks are a little bit different. This is sort of more of your classic TCG, CCG control deck, where you are playing just strong removal options, keeping the board clear, responding, being very reactive, as opposed to the Trundle Tryndamere Feel the Rush deck, where you're sort of more trying to stay alive so that at the top end you cast your 12 mana spell and you just hit the opponent for like 20 or 15 damage or something like that. This deck feels stronger in the mid game to me than Trundle Tryndamere Feel the Rush, and it feels a little bit weaker in the late game, although Karma is still a beast when she comes down with those Gohards and Pack Your Bags. So that's the deck right there. Let me know if you have any suggestions or critiques, and also let me know if you actually tried the deck for yourself and if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of my content, I post YouTube videos literally every single day of the week, almost always at 2 p.m. Central Time. I live in Texas. And if you want to see me live, you can do that as well. I stream every weekday, Monday through Friday, at twitch.tv/Royce Gaming, which is linked down in the description. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you tomorrow.